stack nail tutorial. So these are my products. I'm using some nail glue, rhinestone glue, and some solid gel. I'm gonna get a glob of the gel and form it into a really skinny little cylinder like shape, so that I can sculpt it into a bracelet bangle that I'm going to use for my jade bangle and my tortoise shell bangle that you'll see at the end. I'm just going to grab a small piece, put it on my nail there that you see, and then I'm going to put it under the UV light, and it only takes 10 seconds to dry really fast. Also, onto my next bangle effect. It's a Van Cleef charm. So I have that charm, and I just added pieces of wire on both sides. And you'll see I'm going to add some more wire here that I twisted. I took a silver wire and gold wire, really flexible wire, and I twisted them together to make another bangle effect, little mixed metal effect. And I'm just snipping the edges so that it's nice and smooth and it doesn't get caught on a lot of things. I'm snipping it at an angle. Next, on to making my jade nail. I didn't have the color, so I had to make the color with those 3 colors. 2 types of green, a white, and some clear to give it a jade effect. But I actually didn't film most of me doing the jade. But this is me on to doing my tortoise nail. You can see in the corner a little bit. I use blooming gel with some black polish to bloom out my tortoise nail. And that's just gonna, so I use like an orange color for the base. I think I had to blend that too. I think I just did like an orange and a dab of yellow. And then this is also another Van Cleef charm bangle effect. So I'm adding more wire to the sides to give it a bracelet effect because it's just a charm. So I'm adding wire to give it a bangle effect. On to the next nail. So the top, you see it's like a little tennis bracelet type of thing. I just have a lot of that like on like a thread, so I just used a bit of it. And then I have a little bow charm, and I'm adding some gold beads on each side of it to make it look like a tennis bracelet. But the bow is the charm, obviously, and then the bracelet will be like a little beaded bracelet type of thing, gold beaded bracelet. So that's just different angles. I added about 3 small beads on each side of the bow to give it the bracelet effect. And right above it is a string of pearls, which is just like a pearl bracelet effect. Super easy. I'm just getting the beads really straight here, even though it is off camera. But right there in the frame, those are the pearls that I use on the table. They are flat pearls, so one side of the pearl is flat, so it's easy to lay them down. Got them from Shein. I'm just taking my time to make sure everything is straight. That is the whole name of the game. Everything is lined up nice and neat, especially for the individual little charms. You want to make sure everything is lined up before you cure it, because rhinestone gel and the solid gel, they cure in the light in like 10 seconds. So you can't fix it, so you want to make sure it's perfect before you put it in there. Getting those pearls in place before I do actually cure it, because again it takes 10 seconds. And that's the finished product, my stacked nails.